Flosstube, we're back. My name is Becca and this is Shadow, and you've reached SamBrie Stitches here on Flosstube, a channel about cross stitch. Shadow's getting her marshmallows. Funny story really quick. Came home, my husband does the grocery shopping on Saturdays while I'm at work, and I came home and he claimed that Shadow requested these Lucky Charms. So he bought them for her. Spoiler alert, these do not taste like Lucky Charms marshmallows. They taste like plain old marshmallows, but she still likes them and they're fun shapes. She's spoiled. Anyways, this is Flosstube number 91. And you can also follow me over on Instagram. I'm very active there under SamBrie Stitches as well. Today is Wednesday, April 28th, and it has been 3 weeks since I've done an update. To be honest, I have been feeling very blah. Very exhausted, just something funky, not sick, but I just didn't have the energy to pull all of this up out here and get the video going. And I know a few others are feeling the same way. Carla was public with hers, and I messaged her and I was like, I completely understand. But we pep talked each other, we gave each other good juju. She recorded hers. She is Rolodex Stitches. And she got through it, so I'm gonna get through it. There's Shadow. I also slept funny last night, so if I'm sitting weird or moving weird, it's because my neck and my back hurt. So yay! This is gonna be a longer video, so I hope that you have your drink. I have my tea. Y'all, these are my new favorite mugs. They are Ray Done. I'm trying not to spill my tea. So they are Ray Done, it says on the back, but they're stainless steel. This one says #MomLife. I only have 2. The other one just says tea, but these keep my tea so hot and warm. And then the lid closes. So, but I'm gonna keep it open so I don't have to keep, you know, yeah. So those are my favorite. Okay, like I said, this is gonna be a very long one. I was beyond blessed by stitchy kindness these past few weeks. I am just speechless. And the amount of messages and comments that I receive from people who are either randomly stopping at a store and spotted a Ray Done, or they spotted Bigfoot. My husband bought me this. It's a sandy Bigfoot hoodie and it's got Bigfoot prints down the side. Well, he picked this out for me. This will be in my recap in a minute. But thank you guys so much. All of my returning subscribers, you guys are amazing. I cannot believe that you think of me outside of watching my videos. So that just means a lot to me. And welcome to my new subscribers. I have quite a few. So thank you all for giving me a chance. I hope that you enjoy my videos, my interviews. More to come on those in a minute. My Ray Done haul videos and anything else that I throw up as a video. So I just appreciate you. And if you came across me by accident, welcome. I hope that you will hit the subscribe button by the end of this, or you may just need a nap because it's going to be a long one. Anyways, a quick little recap on my 3 weeks. It's been kind of a busy-ish 3 weeks. Our bunny, who is down here, he turned 3 on the 9th of April. His name is Cookie, but he goes by many other names. My youngest daughter named him Cookie, Shooky Cookie, because we are BTS fans. If anybody is a K-pop BTS fan, she named him Shooky Cookie. But I just call him Brat. He's becoming sweet now that he's a bit older. He used to, if you go back to previous videos or were on Zooms with me, when I'd let him roam out here, he would attack and bite me. Now he just kind of like lays down and says pet me when we let him roam, so not so bad. I was also supposed to meet my friend Heather, Punkypurls, but I had to cancel because I just wasn't feeling well, and neither was my youngest daughter, so that was a bummer. But we have new plans to meet up with a few people, so hopefully that will hold. I know COVID restrictions are changing in Oregon now, so hopefully not in Washington too. We'll see. It's it's like a roller coaster with this pandemic. My hubby and I had a getaway. If you follow me on Instagram, you saw some pictures. This time we went away for 2 nights, again at Ocean Shores. That's just kind of our thing, is going to the beach. We stay at the Quinault Casino because there's food, there's the casino, and then there's the beach right there, so we don't really have to, you know, worry about going anywhere or doing anything. 2 nights is amazing because the check-in is between 4 and 6 p.m. and then you have to check out by 11, so it doesn't give you much time to like relax. So we get a whole day of relaxation, and we just basically lounged in the hotel room. It was just so nice. It was pretty beautiful weather. The first night we walked out on the beach and watched the sunset down by the ocean. You're seeing pictures as I'm talking. My husband actually took our selfies. He wanted to take selfies, which was awesome. And he also took the picture of our shadows in the sand, and that's one of his favorites. He loves that. My girls, I texted them the pictures, and my girls were like, those are Slenderman legs. I was like, no, it's a sweet picture. They were a little creeped out by the extra long legs. But we had a good time, you know. We drove on the beach in his truck, like we always do. We only saw one eagle because the weather was a lot nicer than it was when we went down on Easter. There were so many people, and the eagles don't like that. So when we were down on the beach watching the sunset, we had an eagle like fly right over us, super close right over us. It was amazing. And all I got was the tail end of his butt because I didn't have the camera out, so all you see is like his silhouette. But it was amazing to have an eagle fly that close to us, and then we got to see the sunset. So it was just an awesome trip. The hotel gave us $100 to spend, so this is where this came in because you could spend it on food or at the gift shop. So Darren picked this out for me. Y'all have so many Bigfoot hoodies, and I think I have more Bigfoot hoodies than I do any other clothes, but I love them. And then, you know, credit for the casino. We basically had lost all that he had taken out, and then I was like, okay, let's just take out a little bit more because I really hate losing money. Like, it makes me physically sick to my stomach. Like, it's no joke. I get cranky and moody, and it's just hilarious. He doesn't understand why I even go, and I said I go because you enjoy it. So sorry I get cranky. It's just I could spend that money on cross stitch or Ray Dunn or anything else but the casino. So I said, okay, let's take out a little bit more. And he lost it. I won it all back. So we almost broke even. We lost a tiny bit, but way, way better than what we could have lost. So I was in a good mood. Then on the way home, y'all, if you've been following me, you know how much my husband wants me to work on the elk piece, which I'll show you in my whips, and how much I dread it because I'm just not a full coverage person. It just takes too long to, you know, see anything. I like my smalls or samplers that have motifs for instant gratification, but he really, really wants that piece. I tried to convince him to let me stitch other stuff, but no. So he decided to make a new rule that since I bring stitching on the trip, that the elk piece was the only stitching that I could bring on the trip. And I explained that I could not stitch on those in the moving vehicle. It's a full coverage, too much confetti, I just can't do it. So I was allowed to bring another piece for the truck, but to work on it in the hotel room were the elk. I worked on them, and you're gonna see a picture, and he's totally okay with this picture. I sent it to him, it's one of his favorites. He had fallen asleep, he takes a nap, and I'm sitting there and I'm stitching away, and I think while he napped, I want to say that I got 350 stitches in, something like that. And he woke up just so happy that I was working on it, that the next day I also worked on it and put in another 1,100. So I got 1,450 stitches total on his elk, which I'll show you. But the cool thing was that on the way home, I'm gonna reenact this and you guys are gonna think it's funny and it may get a little bit loud for a second. But on the way home, I didn't stitch. I was just too tired. So I didn't pull out, I had brought my wool applique piece to work on in the vehicle, but I was too tired. So I was just watching out the window and it took a second for it to register. And usually my husband's really good at spotting, you know, animals and stuff like that, but he was just focused on driving. And I started going, oh, 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 like screaming like that in the vehicle. And he's like, what? And I'm like, I'm pointing out the window. I'm like, turn around. And I cussed the truck around, and I'm like, and then I calmed down and I'm like, I'm pretty sure that was a herd of elk. So he quickly turns around and then turns around again and then pulls up to the side, and lo and behold, it's a herd of freaking elk, literally right on the other side of this creek. So close. There was like, I would say like 15, he said, of them. And I opened the door and they heard me and they all started looking at me, and I got scared that they were just gonna run off before I got any good pictures. So I was not in my right mind. I was super excited. I was almost crying. And I'm taking these pictures, and then I get back in the car and the truck, and they're starting to walk away. And I'm like, I should have pulled out the elk cross stitch piece and took a picture of them in the background. But because I was so scared that they were gonna run away, I didn't do it. I was so mad. But I posted the pictures on Instagram, and everybody was like, it was meant to be, you know, you brought us elk, so you got to see the elk, and it was just all amazing, absolutely amazing. So I will probably print off a couple of those pictures whenever I get this piece finished, and stick it on the back of them just to remember our trip to Ocean Shores and the first time that I brought the elk project with us and we saw a herd of elk. So that was amazing. I got a new car. My Kia Sorento was a 2014 and it just started to poop out. And we had no car payment on it for the longest time. And we just had my husband's, he's got a brand new 2020 Ford Ranger, I think it is. So we just had that car payment, and that's why I've been so able to spend. But we traded it in. We got a very good amount. And I got a 2016 Jeep Renegade Trailhawk. And so if you follow me on Instagram, you saw these pictures already too, but I absolutely love it. It's this beautiful gray color. I cannot remember what the gray is called. It's some cool gray color, but it's got off-road tires, so we can go off-roading with it. We can go on the beach with it. But the thing that sold me is apparently Jeep puts little Easter eggs throughout their vehicle. So like there's a little Jeep hidden on the windshield. There's X's, cross stitch X's on my lights, which was awesome. And on the back window, when you open up the back door, there's a Bigfoot. And there's a picture that you're looking at. There's a Bigfoot hidden there. That's what sold me. The Bigfoot. It was so cool. But yeah, there's different Easter eggs hidden throughout the Jeep, so it's been a lot of fun. My youngest daughter named him Rocky. So his name is Rocky. There's Shadow again, the elusive shadow creature. So I absolutely love it. It just sucks that now we have a second car payment. So I had to say goodbye to a few monthly clubs that I was in. I think I've said goodbye to 2 or 3 Fabric of the Month clubs and my button club. And I'll probably get rid of one more fabric club and I'm just keeping Bee Stitch Me's, of course, y'all. I'm never getting rid of Bee Stitch Me's. So got that. And then my hubby got his second shot this past Thursday. He went to work Friday and came home in the afternoon and just was beyond exhausted, had the chills. he's not one to get sick. So that hit him pretty hard. I get my second shot this Friday in a couple of days, and my girls actually get their first shot tomorrow. We were all supposed to get it together on Friday, but the base called, and apparently they're saving the Moderna vaccines for people who need their second shot, like me, because my first one was Moderna. And I guess the base is switching to Pfizer, so the girls have to get their first shot with Pfizer, which is kind of a bummer because I don't know how they're going to react. I guess I don't know how they're going to react to the Moderna either, but so they get those tomorrow night. And then we'll all be vaccinated shortly. I'm excited for that. It gives me peace of mind because I was just really worried about my girls. And then Sam turned 22 on April 25th. Her plans had changed. I know I was supposed to do a live, but we hung out the entire day instead. We went right on hunting together, and I posted a picture on Instagram of us just before we were getting out in our masks, and it was hilarious how many people said that we were like twins. She's my mini-me. They thought I superimposed myself into the picture. It was pretty cool. She is my mini-me. She is my best friend. She is pretty awesome, and I'm going to be heartbroken when she moves out. She will be graduating college in this, just after the spring semester, I think. So that's going to be a bummer, but she does need to move on, and she's grown into a amazing, talented, smart, beautiful young woman, so she will do well. And then we went to dinner at Fujiyama Steakhouse. It's our favorite place to go for birthday dinners. It's fancy-ish, expensive. They put on a show and they cooked your steak and all that kind of stuff, and we had an awesome chef, so it was a very entertaining night. She wanted a cookie brownie from her dad for her cake, so we stuck candles in that. He also made strawberry shortcake, so we had just a little delicious dessert made by my husband. And that was it. She had imported some bottles of wine from Israel, 3 of them. And then we searched the entire house and did not have a wine bottle opener, and hers wasn't delivered until, I believe, yesterday. So we will be having some wine tonight to celebrate. I'm not a wine person, but I'm willing to try it. So, y'all, that was my recap. Oh, my neck is hurting so bad. We are 18 minutes in. I will put a timestamp down. All right. So, a couple of housekeeping. Now we're going to get into kind of the stitchy, not showing stitching yet, but housekeeping and stuff like that. I wanted to do some shout outs at the beginning for the Under 1,000 Subs Club. Georgia Stitcher, I wanted to give her a shout out. She films with her 2 daughters, sometimes both of them, sometimes one of them. But they both stitch, which is pretty cool. They're adorable. And she shows such beautiful projects. She stitches large projects. And they're just amazing. But the cool thing is her girls are starting a fabric dyeing little mini business to earn some extra money. So I thought that was pretty cool. So if you go follow Georgia Stitcher, and I'll link all that down below, you can see their fabrics. I think they're actually posting tonight their first fabric, so I have to remember to keep an eye out for that, because I think it's Ada and 28 count, I think is what it is. So gotta support the kids, of course. So go check her out and get her her subscription up. They deserve it. They're awesome. Nicole stitches with Sphinxes. I said that right. I really enjoy her videos. She is also kind of a fellow Raydon hunter. I had found a mug that I sent to her, and we chat every so often, but I enjoy her videos. She's going through some things right now, so I'm not sure if she's really able to stitch, so she may not be posting as much. But I love her upbeat personality. She's just so sweet, and she also stitches beautiful projects as well. So I live vicariously through her, because I'm pretty sure she does some full coverage pieces, if I remember correctly, on that. So, and then the last one is my friend Lynn. She is Lynnxstitchcreates. She put out her first floss tube. She's made appearances on Rebel Stitchers floss tube a couple of times, and she makes amazing bags, one of which I'll be showing you in my haul. And she's been a friend of mine for a while. She joins my Zoom meetups, and she did such a great job on her first floss tube video. So I'll link her down below too. And like I said, even if you guys don't want to watch the videos, like, you can still subscribe and show support, and then just turn off notifications. Subscribing doesn't do anything. It just adds one more person to your list, but you can turn off notifications and be good. It just, you know, it kind of just boosts everyone's spirits when our numbers go up. Okay. Next, I just hit 1 year of interview with the Flosstuber, which is awesome. There's going to be some changes, but first I want to talk about the interview with the Flosstuber. 1 year ago, minus a few weeks, I received a message from Daleen. So grateful. An amazing, sweet friend of mine, and y'all should go check out her channel if you want positivity and love, and just, it just is so good for your soul to watch her videos. She had sent me a message during this whole beginning of lockdown, pandemic, quarantine, whatever you want to call it, and said, hey, I think it'd be great if maybe you did, you know, interviews with other Flosstubers. And I was like, oh, that might be fun to do, you know, during the lockdown, give extra content. And so, you know, I made a list of questions and I sent it to Daleen, and she was like, oh, let's tweak this or let's tweak that. And she always had such amazing advice and gentle suggestions, is what she called them. So I finally got my list of 15 questions. And then I asked her to be my first interview, because it was her idea to start these interviews. And of course she said yes. And we did the interview, and it was a learning curve for me and for, you know, both of us. But it went really well. So I want to thank Daleen, because I really, really did not think that people would love these interviews as much as they do. It was meant to only be a short little thing during the, you know, few months that we were in lockdown, but I have continued it because people keep asking for them. So thank you all so much for the support. I appreciate it. And thank you, Daleen, for planting that seed, for planting that idea and letting me just grow with it. I appreciate you so much. Now that things are kind of getting back to a new normal and people are going back to work and things are opening up or locking back down, everybody's getting busier. What I'm going to do is I'm not going to stop doing the interviews, but I'm going to switch them to hopefully every other Sunday, because it's getting difficult to work around everybody's schedule. I work Friday through Sunday, so I'm not available on the weekend, unfortunately. And then during the week, everybody else works. So trying to schedule things is becoming a little bit challenging. I really do want to keep these interviews going, but if it gets a little bit too challenging to try to schedule, I may not be able to. But we're going to keep it going as long as we can. So my last interview that went up was with Abbie and Nathan, Tech Guy in the Hive. They were my 1 year celebration, and it was, if you have not watched it yet, please go watch it. It was absolutely amazing. And then there won't be one this Sunday, and then there'll be one the following Sunday, because I have an interview tonight with some people that I'm excited about. So that's what I'm going to do until I just can't schedule anymore. It is a lot of work, but I really do enjoy doing them, and I'm so glad that they've been so embraced by the community. as well. All right. It is deck derby time. Of course, everybody is talking about it. Emily C of Eclectic Possessions is hosting the deck derby, and I am just going to read what she posts. It's helping children in need. She said, last year was so successful with all the wonderful donations. I'd love to bring the community together again to raise money for children and families served in the organization I work for. To learn more about Advocates for Children, please peruse the link in my profile to learn about all our programs. If you would like to donate an item for a giveaway, which she's got a ton of giveaways, and that's just Emily doing it. The organization also does it as well. To be given away to those who enter by adopting ducks, please reach out to me and let me know. So I'll put her link down below. It is an amazing cause. I donated my ducks. I know many people have. It's just absolutely amazing. So go check that out. Emily is such a kind and caring person. I had the opportunity to do an interview with her as well. There's going to be some more helping out throughout this video as well. Also, watch for a giveaway to celebrate my 1-year interview with a Flosstuber. Okay, y'all, we're about a half hour in, and I still have so much to show, so I apologize that this is so long. Oh my goodness. Okay, I have some finishes, some fully finished framed pieces with a little bit of a horror story. I have whips, I have tons of stitchy kindness, and then I have haul. So there's a lot. So this might be a doozy. I might beat Bobby Pumpkin Creek Primitives video. Sometimes hers are like an hour and a half. We'll see. I have an appointment today, so I'm trying to get this done. All right, so let's get started. Let's just show my finishes first because that'll be easier. So my first one was a sale that I am hosting for CherryHillStitchery, and I finished it. This was deceiving. It was bigger. Sorry, I don't iron until I'm ready to finish. So there it is. I used all the called for colors with one strand, and I absolutely love it. It's Sweet Land of Liberty, and the hashtag is Sweet Cherry Hill Sal. And you can stitch any CherryHillStitchery piece you want. I'm not picky. I love all of hers. But this is on 18 count doubloon by Picture This Plus. And I believe doubloon was called for, just not Ada. So I'm not sure how I'm going to finish this, y'all. I'm stumped. I'm kind of getting like, not burnt out, but just not really inspired lately. I don't know. And then this was a finish that I finished last night. This was one of my unicorn charts. Blackbird Designs America. I did not fill in around the flag, and I left the words off. Look at that. That is beautiful. So this is on 18 count 1776 by Color and Cotton, and I'm not sure if you can see the modeling. There's some blue modeling in it, and that's why I didn't want to fill it in. And I didn't think it needed America at the bottom. I mean, the flag screams America. So I love it. This is an out of print chart, and I am probably not getting rid of it. Like I said, my daughter and my sister stitch, so I want to keep it in the family. But I think I'm going to get this framed. I love it so much. It's just beautiful. Okay. My other finishes before I show my framed pieces. My first one is a Stitching Housewives pattern, and it's Land of the Free, and this is on 18 count Patriotic from Be Stitch Me. And I just did it on a wood block from, I think, Hobby Lobby. It was like $1.99, and it just has the stars around it. And I just stuck it on there, and then I just put some trim. So there's that one. That'll sit up on my display. This next one, I didn't bring the chart up. Well, I guess you don't need to see the chart. This one is Freedom Quaker by From the Heart Needle Art. And I absolutely love this. It was a pretty quick stitch, surprisingly. And I'm sending this pattern to my friend Amy, Sprinklesteen Stitches. And this was like a wooden tray. It's got a indentation on the inside that I found at Goodwill. And I thought that this looked really pretty like this because they have the flower motifs. I know trays are supposed to be like this, but hopefully that works just to prop up. But look how beautiful that is. I want to say that I used the called for colors, but I'm not 100% sure. And I think this was an unnamed fabric. It's 18 count with 1 strand. I will put all my information down below for the fabric and the name of the charts, so that way I get it all right. But I just did sticky board, and this is a dark blue wool felt because I didn't have the cheaper felt in this color, and I just think it looks great. So there's that one. Oh. And then my last finish was, this is a Rae Dunn box. It's Rae Dunn, and it said recipes on the top, but what I did is I just mounted this on sticky board. Oh, there's Carl for Gina. Carl is the rooster that likes to crow occasionally on the road behind us. I added this fabric to the top with some little Lady Dot Creates yellow pom-pom. And then on the inside is where I mounted my Blackbird Designs a summer bouquet, I think is what it's called. And again, I don't remember the fabric. I should have taken notes, but it took all of my energy to get this together. So just look down in the description box and I'll have it. But I thought this was pretty cool to be able to display like this and put some stuff in it when I put out my patriotic pieces. So I did that. Y'all, I forgot something else. This is the second edit that I've had to do, and the sun is starting to blind me and I need to get to my appointment. But my wool applique piece, I didn't bring up the pattern, but it basically looks like this. This is my wool applique piece. This was a buttermilk basin piece or kit that they sent. This was a little bit more challenging for me because I'm just not very good at following instructions. So I don't know if I did it right, but it turned out really cute. I did the stitches on the wings like what the pattern showed, and then everything else, the stitches are kind of hidden. Man, doing these small pieces, my stitching is terrible, but you can't see it. So buttermilk basin kits are pretty cool. Everything comes kind of all together and you just have to do the tracing and cut it all out and everything. But I'm super excited that my friend Robin of Lady Robins is now jumping on the wool applique bandwagon. She started a little chat group with me and Anna of Stitch Roadies / Quilt Roadies, asking questions. And then once we're all fully vaccinated, I think we're gonna have a wool applique day at Anna's house, which is gonna be awesome. But I wanted to show this because it was a lot of work, and this piece actually got me through. And no, I don't do the bottom, Anna, you can yell at me later. I'm too lazy to put a bottom on this. But this piece got me through my work at home day on Friday where I had to take phone calls. So I was just working on this in between to kind of keep me calm and just zen when taking those calls. So just wanted to add that in and show it off. Back to my other finishes. My framed pieces. Oh, now I notice that there's ickies on it. My framed pieces were a nightmare. Let me take a sip. So we took them in to our local Michael's a few weeks ago. I don't remember the date. And my oldest daughter Samantha and I went in so that she could help pick out the frames. And the lady who helped us then was the lady that was going to be doing the framing. So I thought, okay, cool. Explained everything, This is the amount that, you know, I want on each side, blah, blah, blah. Everything was good. Go to pick it up. They called Saturday, the day before her birthday, and we went to pick it up, and they were absolutely completely off center and wonky, and like they had cut some things off, and I just couldn't believe it. Could not believe it. So I refused them. Sam and I were like, no, these need to be fixed. This is ridiculous for the amount of money we paid. They need to be centered. So we left them. We were told they were going to be ready on Sunday, which was her birthday, and they were not ready on Sunday. So Monday rolls around, and I actually get a phone call Monday and said that they were finally ready. So I go in, and I was like, okay, cool. They are all ready. And they rush you. And their lighting is terrible. And they open up the paper. They're like, okay, good, you see it, and then wrap it back up. And so I was like, okay, whatever. So I get home, and I'm looking at them in natural light because I was getting ready to take a picture of them. And I notice a hair along my daughter's piece along the house. A black hair up the middle of the house, underneath the glass. And I was like, are you kidding me? So then I look at Huckleberry Farm, and there's a chunk of paper, like the white or the brown, the light brown paper, stuck to my piece underneath the glass. So I had to drive all the way back, which is not that far, but it's still gas and it's annoying. So I drive back, and I was like, hey, look at these. And they have this thing on the back, this white glove, and it had her initials. And I was like, how are they even inspected? Like, clearly. And I told them they needed better lighting and to stop rushing people. I was annoyed. So I sat there and I waited, and she fixed them. Okay, cool. So I take it home, and my daughter's piece looked fine. And then I started looking at my Huckleberry Farm, and then there's a piece of my fabric across one of the letters. So it's a light purple across the dark purple. And I was like, are you kidding me? So I'm like shaking it and pounding it, trying to see if I could knock that piece down because it was covering basically my letter. And it wouldn't move. So I had to go back again. And mind you, I'm getting attitude. And maybe I'm dishing out a little bit of attitude, a little bit of frustration. But I was getting some attitude. The second time, the first time that day that I had gone back, but it was the second time I refused them. So I was dreading going back in. But I went back in, and I said, hey, you know, and she's like, no, that's part of your piece. And I was like, no, it's not. It's a piece of the fabric from the back that somehow got, you know, stuck on the front. And she's like, well, I can cut it out. I was like, no cutting it out. It just needs to be removed. It's just a loose piece of fabric that is covering my letter that just needs to be removed. She's like, okay. So, and it was a different lady that time that I was dealing with. And I asked her, I said, can I just speak to a manager? Normally I am not the let me speak to the manager type of person. But after all of these events and the amount that I paid, I had cried at home, and I had started crying in the store, which makes me just feel so embarrassed. But I cry when I'm angry. I cry when I'm frustrated. I'm an emotional person. And lo and behold, she calls the manager, and the manager is the lady who had checked in my pieces, who had worked on my pieces every time. She was the manager of the framing shop, and I did not even realize she was the manager. So I am like shocked by now that this white glove sticker on the back was actually the manager's initials, and all of these issues were happening. So I said, look, I'm really frustrated. I paid a lot for these. They're my first 2 samplers. They mean a lot to me. You know, I'm sorry that I keep having to come back, but like, your lighting is really bad. It's hard to see things in here. And she's like, well, maybe you should inspect it better this time. Just take your time and inspect it. Make sure everything is good. And I was like, all right. I was not about to, you know, because when I work from home on Fridays, I get some pretty nasty phone calls. And the people don't realize that I had nothing to do with it. I'm the one that's trying to fix it. She actually did these mistakes. And she's treating me like that. But here I am telling myself, just stay calm because you're going to start crying again. Just get through it and then never take your stuff here again. So I sat there and I inspected it. And I made sure she saw that I was inspecting it. And then at the end, she goes, well, I can give you a 10% discount, you know, for your trip or for your issues. And I was like, sure, I'll take the 10%, whatever. 10% was $10.90, y'all. $10.90 is what I got back from having to refuse these multiple times and crying and stress and dealing with the customer service. So I will not be going to the local Michaels anymore. Very unhappy, but it is done and I have them. My daughter picked out the frames. So this is hers. This is Dear Daughter by Blackbird Designs. It's her initials in the year she was born. I want to say this is on Toast from MIstuioCreate, but I can't remember again. But I love it. It's finely centered. There's no black hair up. I mean, literally, it was up the house like that. It was crazy. But it's beautiful. And I'm so proud of it. So proud of it. And she loves it. Yeah. So that we're good on that. This one, y'all. This one, she also picked out this frame. Ooh. Look at my Huckleberry Farm. After all of the nightmare, look at it. Oh my gosh, I love it so much. So she picked out this frame. It's like a gray wood frame. It brings out a little bit of the gray in the stitching, but it just fits it perfectly. Oh, and my initials, if anybody wants to know, are teeny tiny down here. So I did initial it. Oh, I love this so much. And this is on 18 count Pansy from Picture This Plus. It was a Fabric of the Month Club piece. Look at that. Oh. Hopefully this is my screenshot. Sorry, I made you guys stare at it a lot longer than you probably wanted to, but it was gorgeous. Oh, somebody is walking by our yard. Shadow is on alert. All right, I'm gonna pause this and get my whips ready. I'm so sorry, you guys. We're 42 minutes in. I'm really sorry for the long video. I hope you're enjoying it. I will be right back. Okay, I am back. Shadow is inside, so we will have no more barking. All right, I have some whips to show. The first one, I finally got her back out. She was also my unicorn chart. Mirabilia, I can never say that right. Lady of the Flag. This is on a custom piece that Brandy at MIstuioCreate had dyed for me, and I think now is available because this is the patriotic. This is 16 count. Patriotic though. Look at her. So I had shown a before picture hopefully while I was pulling this out. But I filled in her hair basically and some more of the flag. Look at that. Oh my gosh, she's so gorgeous. This is in a, oh, I guess I should show the bags. It's been a while since I've shown bags. This was a gift from Kim. It's a Creative Carol bag. She had sent me a couple. She sent me a super double-sided large one, and then there's this one that I love, and I just put her in here. So I worked on her. I really want to get her done because I think I'm going to do Queen of Peace next. Brandy has already dyed me custom fabric for that. And then I do have Queen of Freedom. I have, I think it's Lady Liberty, the Snow Queen, and then the Santa's Magic, I think. So I have plans to do them all, but who knows when. The next one is Land That I Love by Teresa Kogut. This is Land That I Love Zoom Sal. So we do have a Sal. Terry from Cornhusker State Stitchers is also stitching this. So it's like an unofficial, she's an unofficial part of the Sal. No, she's an official part of the Sal. And I have it off my Q-snap, but not ironed. I will never iron ahead of time. That's just me. But here it is. And this is on 18 count Homeland from BeStitchMe. This was another custom piece that I had asked Brandy to dye for me. And she did an amazing job. Look at that. Y'all, I brought down the borders, basically what I did. I'm so scared to start on those houses. It's gonna take forever. But I want this done, and I want it framed, and I want it right next to Huckleberry Farm. I love it. I'm gonna show one part of Stitchy Kindness here because I'm using it already. This was sent to me along with another one, which I'll show later. But it was sent to me by my friend Chris. She is as the Yoo Flies. Her name is Chris Yo. These are amazing, and I'm going to talk more about them when I get to the Stitchy Kindness part. But she sent me Bigfoot, and then on the back it says keep calm and stitch on. So I'm already using it. I broke the rule of the Flosstubers. So, meh. This bag was just a bag that I bought off of Stash Unloading. It has stars on the inside. It has no name to it. All right. This next one I worked on for Dark 13 Stitching. My sweet friend Hallie from Stitchin' Big Things with Hallie bought this chart for her and I. It's a PDF. And this is Thine is the Trick or Treat from Prairie Moon. And we have a Sal. It's just called Prairie Moon Sal, so anybody can stitch it. I'm using silk for this. Brandy's Cauldron silk. And this is her fabric as well. It's an unnamed opalescent piece, and it's gonna look amazing on there. But I got a motif done on that. So I try to work on this, you know, every 13th, sometimes the 31st as well. So there's that. And then this was a new start, and this was a PDF. I want to say it's Monica's Stitching Studio is what this one is. And it's going to be super small. But because I'm doing like a fruit summer display, watermelon, lemon, that kind of stuff, I started it. So that's where I got to. That flag is super awesome. I don't know if you could see it with the shading on there. I don't know what fabric this is. I'll have to put it down below. I don't have it labeled. I'm just really bad with that. Oh, well, I put my dog inside and somebody else's dog barks. This bag is from my sweet friend Heather. She is Heather Punkypurls Goodwin on Flosstube. I think she changed her name. She gifted me this bag. Her bags are awesome. She has an Etsy shop that I'll link down below. But look, she does this lace for her zippers, and I love it. And they're very sturdy and well made. So y'all should definitely go check out her bags. I am buying one from her when we hopefully meet up in a couple of weeks, I think, or a week or so. Oh, All right, and the finale of my whips. Elk Anthem by the First Lady of Cross Stitch. Look at this beast. You see this? This beast. And I'm actually loving stitching on it now. I love it. It is going to be a nightmare. I think I'm not doing 18 count. So it says it's going to be 20 inches by 12.8 inches. Yeah. Yep. It's going to be crazy. So there was a before picture that you saw. And then this is where I'm at now. And Erin, if you're watching, it's 2 elk booties for you now. Elk booty, but there's a whole female elk. Look at her. I cannot believe. So y'all know that I usually stitch smalls for decor pieces or, you know, the samplers. But to see, look at the trees, like to see everything come to life. And this is 18 count oatmeal Ada. This is the cheap stuff that I bought from Michael's. They had a large enough piece. And I'm doing 1 strand. But look at those booties. I love it. I love it so much. And this is one of the bags that I got from Lynnxstitchcreates. Bigfoot. I probably am bag twins with Colleen Rebel Stitcher. But I love Lynn's bags because they're large. And the large bags will fit my Q-snaps. So you can buy her bags on Instagram, and now you can go check out her floss tube because she has a floss tube, which is super awesome. Okay, I'm trying to rush through this because I don't want to make it a huge long video and I've got other stuff to do today. Okay, Stitchy Kindness. I was speechless with the amount of stitchy kindness that I have received over 3 weeks. And there is one from my sweet friend Erla. She's in Iceland. That while we were out was attempted to be delivered yesterday and I had to sign for it. It says you have to sign for it and be 18. So I missed it. So it won't be in this video, but thank you, Erla. I know we chatted this morning. She sent me a message and she's like, Becca, look what arrived. It was a freaking Christmas card that I sent. I think it was stamped from the post office on December 15th. December 1-5. She got it today, April 28th. Wow. I was thinking about you, Rilla. I really was. I'm sorry it took like 4 months, to almost 5 months to get to you, but I'm glad it arrived. That's craziness. Absolutely crazy. So I showed you the Bigfoot, piece that was sent to me by Chris, but she also sent a second one. That's the front of it. The front says, "Home is where you're loved." And then this is the back of it. And so clearly I showed you how I'm using them. These are floss blinged is what I call them. I mean, she even added this little beautiful bead and some, you know, little string. Y'all, these are stitched. They're like mini quilts is what she calls them. They're sturdy, like super sturdy. And what I love about these is how I showed you. These, my floss doesn't get tangled in these, and they're solid, so it keeps them straight. I love the other floss blings too, but my floss always gets tangled in like the little squares or the little hearts, and it drives me crazy. This, they don't get tangled. These are freaking awesome. And look at the detail. Do you see the stitching? And then there's, is it called a grommet? Oh, I have no idea. But right where the hoop is, and she sends them with a ring. she puts in these grommets so they can't get like damaged or frayed. And guess what? This one is going to be a giveaway for y'all. Because I'm keeping the Bigfoot one. But then I went and bought 3 more that I'm going to show you in haul because that's how much I love them. I stalked her Etsy shop as soon as she came back from vacation. And I bought 3 more. So this one is going to be for you all. It's open to anybody because I can ship it flat with this hoop out of it. But I want you to go to Chris's shop, which I'm going to link down below. It's as the Yoo Flies. And these are where you can find her. And I want you just to see what your favorite one of these are. She has so many different choices. But the keyword that I want you to use is, we'll just do floss bling. Floss bling. Let me write that down too. But again, please go check out our Etsy shop and then just let me know which one is your favorite and I will show you my favorites. And I'm ordering more. I just didn't want to go too crazy. And she sent a nice note with it as well. But, oh yeah, so they're floss rings. But I want floss bling. She says, think of them as mini art quilts on a ring because they're 3 layers and stitched just like a mini quilt. So 3 layers, y'all. They're sturdy. They're awesome. You're going to want them. She also does journals, and I have an amazing journal that I need to use. I'm so bad at it. So bad at filling it out. But wait until you see the ones that I picked out in my haul. Thank you, Chris, for sending those to me. I love them. You know I love them because I immediately, I think I was the first to place an order. She sent me a message and she's like, you weren't kidding when you said you were going to order more. No, I was not. So, my next stitchy kindness was from my sweet, sweet friend, Jennifer. She is Stitching in the Bluegrass and Spunky Jen on Instagram. And I love it. She said, dream big, be grateful, give love, laugh lots. If you've not gone and checked out her Flosstube channel, she just exudes love and sweetness, and she's just amazing. And I'm so lucky to call her a friend. She's just awesome. She's talked openly about some anxiety, and her and I have texted and messaged back and forth about it because I'm not one that's been diagnosed with anxiety, but the job change has caused some pretty nasty attacks that I've been having. And so she's kind of been a really nice support system for me. So thank you, Jennifer. I truly love you. And I'm so glad that we can support each other. So she messaged me and said she had some fabric that was 18 count, and if I wanted it, I was like, heck yeah, especially since I just canceled my fabric of the month. So she sent me 18 count Swamp from Picture This Plus. Y'all, I freaking love it. I don't have this color. I do not have this color, and I've never even seen it. But look at it. Oh my gosh. I love this one. So she sent me that. And then she sent me, this one is Haunted, and it's, this one says 16 count, but I think Picture This Plus typically runs small, so, but Haunted I love. I think you can get away with 1 strand on 16 count on Picture This Plus because their holes are so tiny. And then this one I don't think has a label, but look at this purple. Beautiful. Ooh, somebody's playing some music over there. Look at that. So thank you so much, Jennifer. I absolutely appreciate it. They're beautiful and they're going to get put to good use. Then Helen of Helen D. She showed in, I think a couple of videos ago, she did a drum finish that I was in love with, and it was the St. Patrick's drum finish. She is such a talented finisher. I wish that I could send all my stuff to her and have them finished. But I made a comment and she offered to send me the chart. So she sent me the Bent Creek alphabet row one, the shamrock row, that I am going to stitch up, and I am going to attempt a drum. And she also sent me some 2021 charms. I need to go back and add them to my pillows and stuff. I love that. So thank you, Helen, for that. I appreciate it so much. This community is so caring and giving. It's not even funny. And then because I finished Freedom Quaker and I was so in love with it, I had put in my Instagram post that I am now going to go buy Quaker Bees ASAP because I loved Freedom Quaker so much. And Michelle, I didn't ask her if I could say her full name, but Michelle said, don't go buy it. I have an extra. I want to send it to you. And I was like, oh, thank you so much. So Quaker Bees was sent to me and I need to stitch this. It probably won't be stitched in time for my bee display, which is already up, but I want to stitch this. It is absolutely beautiful. I love these little Quaker pieces from the Heart Needle Art by Wendy. And I think I have all the colors, so I may just get that started. But thank you so much for sending that to me. I appreciate it. And now, more stitchy kindness still, y'all. This is crazy. This is also from Michelle, and I did not ask if I could use her last name, but look at this beautiful card. Look at this, so pretty. She sent me a really nice note, and she said, was just thanking me for the videos and the interviews and the Zoom sessions. It's helped her feel closer and included, which is awesome. And she came across this pattern when she was cleaning her closet, and she's been sitting on it for a while trying to determine the best home. And she said she knew it's been announced that it was reprinted, but she had me in mind for this one for a while. So it means a lot. Like, I can't believe, like I said, that people think of me when you're not like physically watching my videos and stuff. It's crazy. But y'all, she sent me the magazine copy of the Blackbird Designs piece, Summer Jubilee. And I may have the book, but I want to keep this. I think I want to keep this because I'm very weird like that. Like, this is sentimental to me. And this was one of the original, patterns printed, and it was gifted to me from somebody who, thought of me as they saw it. I love it, and I want to stitch it. So I think I'm just going to stitch it. I'm going to stitch it from this copy. So thank you so much for that. That is a beautiful, beautiful chart. Truly me. Another card that was sent to me by Danielle. She said she saw this and it just made her think of me. Again, I cannot believe. And she sent me a really pretty card. And she sent me Country Spirits Delivering Americana. And I love it. Christy, if you're watching this, Java Girl Stitches, I think you need this. Always happy to enable. Because it's a cute little chick, and I am stitching this for sure because it looks kind of like it's definitely a summery piece that can go on my summer display. So I will be stitching this hopefully in May. Still more stitchy kindness, y'all. I'm speechless, absolutely speechless. This came from Nina. And she was at the Dollar Tree and she saw some patriotic items. If you watch my Ray Dunn videos, Nina is the one that sent me the triple star piece. And I had talked about, shipping is so ridiculously expensive. Loud vehicle, sorry. Shipping is so ridiculously expensive. The shipping was more than the Rae Dunn piece was. And I didn't mean to make anybody feel bad. I appreciate everybody who offers to pick up Rae Dunn pieces for me and ship them. And, you know, if I say yes, you know, I'd love it. It's on me, you know, to pay for it. It's not anybody's fault. And I thought that I had made her feel bad, which was not the intention. And so I received this because she had said that she felt bad that, you know, she shipped the package because I had tried to catch her in time to stop it because I had found it, the same piece locally, so it would have saved shipping. But she had already shipped it, which was no big deal. I returned mine. But I immediately emailed her back and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to make you feel bad or, you know, guilty or anything like that. And, you know, I apologized left and right. And she said that I didn't, you know, I didn't make her feel bad or anything. So that made me, you know, feel better. But she sent me all of these awesome pieces from the dollar store. Like here's a truck. This one. Oops. And then she sent me some LED lights. They're stars. And then a package, which I'm definitely putting these to use, of sparkly stars. So thank you, Nina. You really did not have to send me this. I do appreciate you willing to send that Rae Dunn piece. It is awesome and one of my favorite pieces. So thank you so much for that. And then my friend Amy, she sent me a gift because I offered to send her something. She likes the wooden floss organizers and I don't use them. So I told her I would send her some. And because I was sending her something, she wanted to send me something. So Amy is Allegro Stitches. She is a sweet friend of mine. She's joined my Zoom meetups, and I will link her down below because she has an Etsy shop, and you definitely need to go check it out because look, and she sent me candy too. I haven't even eaten them because I wanted to show. Look at this. Look at that quilting. Look, she sent me owls. And this is Allegro Stitches. That's so cute. And so I have my little, the little patriotic piece that I showed you in my little 6x6 Q-snap in this. So thank you so much, Amy. Y'all need to go check out her shop. She's super talented. She sent me also this teeny tiny little biscornu that she made that is super awesome as a gift too. So. And then my other stitchy kindness is from my sweet friend Jan. I've been using this, so it doesn't look as new as when I received it because I fell in love with this. Jan and I have become pretty good friends. We message almost daily. She has joined my Zoom meetups. She's stitched CherryHillStitchery's piece with me for the SAL, and we kind of send each other progress updates, and she'll check on me and see how my day is going. Jan is just absolutely freaking awesome, and I'm so blessed that we have become friends. If only she lived closer. I'm pretty sure she's in Texas, right, Jan? I think I remember correctly. But y'all, we are bag twins. She sent me this. Now, she doesn't sell them. I'm trying to convince her that she needs to. Because, I don't know if you can see, look at the vinyl is sparkle stars. The inside is quilted. I don't know if you can see. This is cork fabric on the outside. Like, all that is so cool. So cool. And she uses the big chunky zippers. Like, this thing is sturdy. Look at this. Now, y'all, don't you think that she should sell these? I think she should just make some up and list them. And I bet you that people would buy them like crazy. She even has a tag, Jan Holder Handcrafted. She already has tags. Jan, you know I've been using this. I've been taking it to work. I've gotten compliments on it. It is awesome. And she had made this for the SAL, for the CherryHillStitchery SAL, and I even kept the note in it. She sent a note as well. So she wanted it to get to me in time for Americana April, which it has been used. So I appreciate you so much, and I just appreciate our messages and our chatting. Y'all, that was my stitchy kindness. Oh my gosh, y'all. I totally forgot because I didn't have anything physically to show. I'm going to insert this in the haul, so it's going to be even longer. I had some PDF patterns that I bought, and because I don't print them off, I forgot about them. So there's one from MIstuioCreate. This was a PDF pattern that I purchased because 100% of the proceeds donated to Equal Justice Initiative, which is awesome. So it's all about donating this past few weeks for me, all to very, very good causes. The other two things were gifts from my friend Amy Sprinklesteen Stitches. She sent 2 PDFs. They were approved. She bought them twice, just in case anybody has any questions. She had reached out to the Etsy designer and was able to send me as a gift. The first one is No One Fights Alone. It's a cross stitch pattern. It was very, very sweet of her to send it to me. From Abbie Sue Designs on Etsy, which I will link down below. But this other one is called United We Stand. It's a patchwork sampler, and this is the one that Amy and I are going to be stitching together starting on May 1st. I have not come up with a hashtag yet. I don't know if you have, Amy. But we will have a hashtag. Keep an eye out on Instagram for it, or if you just want to stitch along and email or message me the progress, you can too. Everybody is welcome to join. But she saw this and thought that this would be an awesome pattern for us to stitch together, and I agree. She knows me so well. So thank you so much, Amy. I will link her channel down below too. I really want to get her up to 1,000 subscribers as well. I know that I've shouted her out before, but she's such a kind and caring person. She always is thinking of others and sending gifts. And y'all, she got a new kitty. We are still stitching the Sal for Grouchy pattern, but she got a new kitty, so go check out her video, her latest Flosstube video. All right, I'll get you back to the regular program now. That was beyond crazy. Like, oh my gosh. Thank you all so much. So before I get into haul, let's do the giveaways. So the first giveaway is going to be, or second giveaway, because the first giveaway was the Floss Bling. And that was open to everybody. And this is also open to everybody. This was the exclusive chart that came in the Black Needle Society box that I received. But I am not going to stitch it, and I know many people fell in love with it. So this is half the fun. And if you see, it's just a whole bunch of, like, there's balloons and airplanes and ships and all that kind of stuff. So for this one, just say chart if you want to be entered. And again, open to everybody. And that's to celebrate my 1-year anniversary of Interview with a Flosstuber. So this one is actually, the next one is only going to be open to the US because shipping costs are ridiculous, and I have a feeling that this is probably going to be a little spendy. So I have a duplicate. I have a purple one of these, so I want to give away the white kind. It's yellow inside. It is a Rae Dunn, and it says "Be Kind." And then also a Be Kind pillow that I got from Hobby Lobby. So for this one, just say B, B-E-E. And I'm just curious if any of y'all are Rae Dunn collectors, hunters, or anything like that, but just make sure you use the keyword B. You don't have to answer the question. I'm just curious on, you know, who of my subscribers is a, you know, a Rae Dunn collector like me. So that one is US only, just because it's gonna be a little spendy. If y'all would like to see more giveaways, I do have a buy me a coffee link down below in the description box. It's just like a one-time donation, so those will go towards shipping costs or, you know, buying giveaways or something like that, as well as stuff for me, like a Rae Dunn mug or something like that. I appreciate any sort of, and I respond to the messages on there too. So if you take a time to leave me a comment, I do respond via that as well. So the link's down below if you'd like to do any sort of donation to my channel. All right, so now we are on to haul. I'm just gonna reach down and grab, I don't want to lift it all up. So this is my last of my Just Another Button Company buttons. I'm part of the club. This is Hello Sunshine, and it has a special take heart button on the bottom. I've not used any of the ones that have come in the other tins, and I had to cut costs, so, you know, I cut this one because it's, you know, it's kind of spendy. But there's like a little butterfly button in it, and there's that heart button with the bee, and then, you know, there's a slice in here of, or sunflower, I don't know what that is. But yeah, so this is my last club tin of Just Another Button Company. I bought these, I'm gonna reach, from, I believe her name is LoveJodeeMarie or JodeeMarie. I'll put the link down below. It's an Etsy shop, and she's on Instagram. She makes custom wood pieces, and I like to support her as well. She shows pictures on her Instagram of her adorable little daughter. I believe it's her daughter. I get everything confused, but her kids. And so I ordered for my patriotic display this little firework stand that she made. It says fireworks sold here. I freaking love it. I love it. It's so cute. So I ordered that, and then I ordered, this was a set that came together. Queen bee with the bee, which is going to go up on my bee display. But because I loved these so much, I messaged her and I was like, hey, is there any way that I could order like one of each of, you know, the fruit that you have listed and a sunflower of like these little wooden pieces? So she made a custom listing, open to everybody, she said, for a limited time. But I went on and I think I ordered a watermelon slice, a lemon, a sunflower. I don't remember anything else. But on top of that, she's making me a special customized stand, similar to this, but I want it to just be a fruit stand, because I am going to use the fruit stand for my summer display, but also the fruit stand for my fall display. So that's going to be a really, really cool thing that she's making for me. So I'm so excited. I placed an order for that. But yeah, definitely go check her out. I'll put the link down below for that. Now for my other haul, let me reach down in here and kind of grab everything. My neck is just killing me, so. All right, so for my fabric of the month from Be Stitch Me, and that is the one club that I am continuing, is 18 count Bronze Age, which I have this piece already, but I mean, it's the perfect neutral color, so I definitely could use more. You see that color? Brandy is freaking amazing. You guys know I rave about her all the time. Her fabrics are awesome. I also am part of her Silk of the Month club. And one of these days when I don't have much content, I will show all of those that I have because it's insane. But look at these colors. Look at these colors. Oh, they match. Brandy, we match. So this is April Showers. This is Sea Green. It's like a light green. This is Lavender Fields. This is a variegated one. Can you see the variegation? It's beautiful. This is Gaia. Oh my gosh. You should see, if you don't have her Gaia fabric. I actually named Gaia. I actually named the fabric. It was pretty awesome. If you don't have that piece of fabric, you need it. It is gorgeous. It'd be perfect for like mermaids or like an earth. It's earth goddess is what it means. Lotus. Purple. Love it. Love it. So that is my fabric and Silk of the Month from Brandy. Color and Cotton. I think I have one more fabric coming from Color and Cotton. I canceled them. I've been part of their club for like ever, but I canceled because I have so much fabric and I needed to cut costs because of that second car payment. So this is 18 count Parthenon from Color and Cotton. It's a beautiful neutral as well. Beautiful neutral. I'm gonna miss getting all these fabrics, but I should hopefully be showing fabrics from Brandy for upcoming fabrics soon. I have not canceled this yet. This is one that I'm torn on whether I should cancel it because it's a good chunk of money. This is the Fabric of the Month with Seraphim Fabrics through Needlecraft Corner. She always sends, again, I can't show them because of the pictures, but she sends a good amount of like freebies. And I haven't even opened it yet, so I don't even know what color it is. But I wanted to show you all how she packages these. Look at it. She puts so much care into packaging our fabrics of the month. And I love the ribbons she uses and stickers. Oh, and she always sends a goodies. I love that she sends goodies, which is really sweet. So she puts a magnetic, oh, this one's a magnetic needle keeper with 24 count needles. That's our gift. So, I mean, it's really cool that she does a gift. She's kind of like Bobby. I placed an order with Bobby. Bobby is hunting down a bunch of charts for me at Pumpkin Creek Primitives. I appreciate you very much. So this is I have no idea what the name of this is. Corn silk. You could tell by the writing, I couldn't read it. I'm pretty sure it says corn silk, 18 count. But also I like Seraphims because look at this giant piece. And I think it ends up being about $25. This is an 18 by 26 and then all the free charts and the gift. So that's why I haven't canceled this yet. Corn husk is like a very, very, very pale color. But love it. Love it, love it, love it. Dreama always just makes the packaging so beautiful. Okay, so I gotta open these because I didn't open them yet. So now we are on back to Chris's Etsy shop as the Yoo Flies. And so like I said, I ordered 3 of these because I love them so much. And they come separate, like they're separate little things. So I ordered God Shed His Grace on Thee. Look at that bead. And then on the back it says keep calm and stitch on. And again, it's hand stitched and there's grommets on the inside. Beautiful. Oh, I love it so. This is my new addiction. My new addiction. This one says I live to create. I picked this one. Look at that bead. And then on the back, keep going. Some are different, but a lot of them say keep calm and stitch on. That is Chris's thing. She puts that also on her journals that she makes. And then this one is Inspire. Life is like a cup of tea. It's all in how you make it. Y'all need to go run and buy these. Look, there's so many different kinds. They are not expensive. I believe they're $15 each. 3 layers, mini quilts. Your floss don't get tangled up in them. They keep them straight, which is awesome. I absolutely love these, and I need like a bajillion more for each of my projects. This is my new obsession. Chris, you are amazing, but you have also made me obsessed. Absolutely obsessed. Love them, love them. Okay, still more haul. I'm so sorry. This is a super long video. It's going to take me forever to edit, and I got to get going to my appointment. I haven't even opened this yet. I ordered from Sassy Jack Stitchery. I don't know if Kimberly, I believe her name's Kimberly, if she knew that purple was my favorite color, but oh my gosh. This came fairly quickly. It took a little bit of time, but not too bad. I ordered this. Everybody's seen it. It's the Ultimate Sampler Motif Source Book by Brenda Keyes. And then they also sent this, which is going on the back of my Huckleberry Farm. That's cool. So Sassy Jack Stitchery. Then I ordered from 123 Stitch. I finally ordered in Friendship's Way. When Julie, Kansas City girl in a Colorado world, did the flip through of this, I loved it, and she talked so highly of it. And then I had to message her, and because that was a while ago, and I was like, what book was it? So she resent me that. So I ordered this book. I ordered Grand Old Flag Sampler from Chessie and Me. I have a whole bunch of these patriotic pieces from Chessie and Me that I love, that I really need to start stitching. I have to go through all of my stuff because I have too much and not enough time to stitch it, and it's getting overwhelming. This I'm stitching up pretty quickly. Birds of a Feather, Pray for Peace. So it's a small one. This one's 54 by 64. If any of you have it and want to stitch it with me, I think that we should make this a thing. It's small enough to where it'll probably get done quickly, but I'd love to spread the word throughout the stitching community, because this is what's needed right now. Pray for peace. There is so much unrest and sadness and scary stuff going on right now, that this is what we need. So if anybody wants to stitch this with me, let's do it. Let's do it. 123 Stitch has it. We don't have to start it soon if you need to order it, but leave the comments, message me, whatever. But I think I'm gonna set that up as a stitch along. It'll be fairly quick one because it's small. And then I ordered, I'm not really a beachy lighthouse person, but because I got both of the Rae Dunn lighthouses, I got this to stitch to be displayed with them. I don't know if it'll be this year or not though. So this is the Cricut Collection, number 345, One If by Sea. But I thought that'd be really cute with both of the lighthouses because I got the red and the blue one from Rae Dunn. Speaking of Rae Dunn, I know you all want video. That'll probably be next week, next Wednesday. A little bit more haul. So I put up on my Instagram, and I had asked for suggestions on a sampler that had my name in it, Rebecca, because I felt like I wanted to stitch one to go up on my sampler wall, my soon to be sampler wall. I have a couple pieces now. Sam wants me to put up hers with mine for now until she gets everything sorted out. And so I got some suggestions, but Emily C won. She suggested the Scarlet Letter, Rebecca Robinson. me get closer. And the reason I picked this was it's a Pennsylvania sampler, 1821. It says an intensely stitched and well-planned sampler. This unusual piece probably originated in Pennsylvania. The allegorical figure hovering over the house might represent liberty. The unconnected border of honeysuckle is unique, as well as the little pastoral vignettes in the lower register. Like the original, our reproduction will measure 16 by 22. That's a big one. And they said, I didn't realize that I had ordered it with a 30 count unbleached linen. There's no over one. It's recommended for any skill level. But I didn't even realize it was DMC. I just ordered the whole thing. I'm not stitching it on 30 count. I highly doubt it. But it's an exclusive 30 count. Who knows? Maybe. But I wanted to. So this is what they were talking about. So this represents possible liberty. This little thing. And then the honeysuckle, like, love it. And Emily said this is one of her favorites, I believe. So, I mean, it's one of Emily's favorites. I had to get it. So much talking. Okay, my last two things. So my first one is from my sweet friend Lynn. I grabbed a bag. Luckily, I think I got one of the last ones that she had because she has a limited number that she posts. I will link her down below, of course. But this was, I want to say it was Girl Power or Women Power, or I can't remember. But look at it. Look at it. And then she did, I think I asked for the pink zipper, but she was out. So I said, okay, I'll take the blue zipper. I don't care. But look at this. Look at this, y'all. Look at the words. Lynn is so freaking talented. Oh, and it even says, she did a little covered button. I don't know if you'll be able to see it. It says create. But like words in here. You grow, girl, uplift, bad vibes don't go with my outfit, inspire, hand in hand, real queens, fix each other's crowns. I mean, this is perfection. Perfection. Look at all the women. Lynn, perfection. I love this bag so much, and I love that it's big and it'll fit my bigger Q-snaps. So I'm glad I nabbed one of those. Now this other one, I took a screenshot. So Jen of Jasmine Ravenclaw is quickly becoming my new obsession as well. She is very popular with many Flosstubers. She makes so many different types of bags. Like, she is insanely talented as well. I can't believe the amount of different types of bags that she makes, and they're all perfect. Absolutely perfect. So this bag is all about diversity and inclusion, and I'm looking at my notes because I want to make sure I get the information right. They're made to order, so I did wait a little bit. She says, with all the racism in the world, I wanted to do my part, so why not a project bag? The fabric is See Us, Hear Us, Love Us by Ann Kelly, K-E-L-L-E, by Robert Kaufman. I chose the green to represent hope. The zipper pull is from Blue Call Patterns. $10 Canadian per bag sold will be donated to the Canadian Race Relations Foundation because she's in Canada. So she had 5 ready to sell, and I think she got a lot more requests for it. And you guys want it? She's Jasmine Ravenclaw. I'm not sure if I said that on Instagram, and I'll definitely link her down below. But are you guys ready? Are you ready? Look at this. This is like that cork or the pleather. I think it's pleather. Green for hope. The cool thing about this is there's a pouch, and there's a note from her on the inside too. There's a little pouch on the front that you could put like your accessories and your flossing, which I think is absolutely freaking amazing because my floss always gets tangled when I put it in with my project. Car alarm, sorry. The perks of filming outside so you can all see the beautiful trees. And then she did a little heart zipper pull. Sorry, my neck is hurting so I can't. And then she also put one of these labels on there because it's not a vinyl front. And then it's a big opening with hearts on the inside. Are you ready for the back? I freaking love it. I love it. And it's a larger bag as well, so it will fit my big Q snaps. There's her tag, Jasmine Ravenclaw. She had messaged me just to ask for my feedback, and I said, absolutely freaking amazing. The stitching on it is beautiful. It's all just straight. It's a sturdy bag. But I love this fabric. I love that she's donating some of the proceeds to a good cause. So you need to go follow her on Instagram for sure. Her bags, she makes so many different types of bags. I know my friend Bobby, Pumpkin Create Primitives, just keeps sending her fabric and she's putting together bags for her. But you can send her your fabric and she'll produce a bag for you. Which is awesome. So I may, Jen, if you're watching this, I may try to hunt down some Bigfoot fabric so that I could have maybe one of these. I love these double bags so much. I usually don't like the non-vinyls, but I love the idea of the double pouch. So I may be sending you some. I'll be in touch. But y'all, I mean, it's awesome. Her card, probably won't be able to see too much, but again, everything will be linked down below. So love it. Y'all, that is it. I think I'm almost at 2 hours and I apologize. I won't go 3 weeks again. I will try to stick to 2 weeks. This was a lot. Now I gotta pack it up and I have to leave soon for my appointment. I hope that you all have had an amazing 3 weeks, and if you made it through to the end of this, I appreciate you so much. Thank you for spending time with me. I am so happy that I can keep you company, and that you guys are all part of my Stitchy family, and I love each and every one of you. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please do. I would appreciate it. I'm like 400 away from hitting 5,000, and that would be amazing to hit 5,000. Please go check out my first interview with Daleen this Sunday, since there won't be an interview up. Thank you so much again, Daleen, for the idea, for the interviews. I am just so blessed to have such amazing friends. Thank you all for the stitchy kindness. I know I'm just rambling now. But I will see you all in a couple of weeks, and until then, have an amazing couple of weeks. Stay safe and get a lot of stitching done. Bye, everybody.